Okay, so Tate has borrowed $235,000 to buy a unit. The terms of his loan are 6.55% per annum reducible interest over 20 years, and its monthly repayments are $1,759 per month. Right, so let's see what we do. So there's the sum, so we know, there's the question, so we know what we do. So we set this up. We've got month, principal, interest, repayment, balance, slightly different to the other one. So we start off with, the question will say, complete the table to determine how much he will owe on his loan after the first 3 months, because he's paying this monthly. So his principal, he starts off with, what did he owe? What did he borrow? $235. His interest, so we go 235,000 times by 6.55 divided by 100 times by 1/12, because it's monthly, okay? And we get the answer of, and then, I'm sorry about that, and then we've got 1,759. We know that he's going to pay off, which means if we look here, because that jumped back, but if we look here, his interest that he's going to pay is 1,282.71. So we've got how much he owes. We add on the interest, because now that we know the bank's charging us that to lend us the money. But then we take off what we've actually paid. So we've paid one, so we subtract 1,759, and we're left with 234,000. That number then becomes our principal, right? Then we're going to times it by that same number, and we're going to get that much interest. Can you see the interest has got less? The interest is less because we're now doing it on less of an amount, but we're still paying our same repayments. So we go, our amount that we started with, plus what the interest is that they're charging us, take away what we're paying in, and now we're left with even less. Then we put out that principal in there. Our interest, we times it by the same amount. We now got 1,277. See, it's got less again because this amount is less. But we're still paying 1,759, and we add our interest, we take away what we've paid, and we come out with 233,000 odd. So complete the table to determine how much he will owe after the first 3 months. After the first 3 months, he owes 233,563.31. All right, next question says, determine the total of Taints' monthly repayments over the... So what did he pay? So he paid 1,759, 1,759, 1,759. So we times that by 3, and we get 5,277. There we go, we've answered that one. Now the question goes, calculate the total of the interest charges. So that's an interest, that's an interest, and that's an interest over 3 months. So we add them all up, and we get $3,480. Last question says, calculate the difference between the amount we paid and the interest charges over. So we know we've paid that much for 3 months, and we know we paid that much in interest. So we subtract them, and we get 1,436.69. Okay, then determine how much Tate reduced his debt by in the first 3 months. Well, we started with 235,000. We landed up on this, so we subtract the 2, and we get $1,436.69. Okay, now we're going to look at how you do it on the online calculator. So, first of all, Alexander borrowed $20,000 over 5 years at 11.5% with reducible compound interest to buy a car. Use the Money Smart personal loan calculator to determine. So we stick it in 20,000, 11.5 monthly, 5 years, and he's going to pay it monthly. Right, so it tells you straight up their repayments will be $440 per month. So the question is, what's his monthly repayment? $440. So now, if we look at the underneath it as we've looked before, what was the total repaid? So here we can see it was $440 per month, but it was over 12 months, which was over 5 years. So we times it all together, and we get $26,400. So that's how much he paid in total. Then we look at the total interest. Right, so he paid initially we know it was $26,400. He started off with $20,000, so far he's paid $6,400 in interest. And that, my darlings, is that. I want you to try and give it a go.